It's widely quoted that Einstein's definition of madness is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting a different result. And I am attuned to that quote quite regularly because I hear it an awful lot when people are talking about their golf. I might say to them, how are you playing at the moment? Oh, well, I'm shooting about 20 over. Okay, and how did you play last week? Yeah, I shot about 20 over. And how about the week before that? Yeah, about 20 over. And I think, well, what's going to change here? You know, are we going to sit here in a year's time and I'm going to say, how's your golf? Yeah, I'm shooting about 20 over. And hey, if you're enjoying that and that's your level, no problem at all. But the concept of someone trying to get better at golf, but just going out playing and shooting 20 over and expecting anything to change, that's a flawed concept. Because, like Einstein says, you're doing the same thing over and over again, and you're expecting a different result. And we can look back at the history of the rounds of golf you've played and look at your handicap change and think, yeah, nothing's changing here. So you're going to have to intervene, you're going to have to do something, you're going to have to make some changes. And one of the first changes, one of the simplest changes you might have to make is just start practicing. As in life, anything you want to get good at, you practice it. Be it music, be it painting, be it public speaking, be it sports. You want to get good at something, go and do it more regularly. And for golfers, that's practicing. Now, for some golfers, they feel like that's a chore, they feel like that's an effort. But you can see, you know, I'm down at a practice green today, there's a couple of people behind me chipping onto the green, they're practicing. And I would like to think that they're here through their own free will and they're actually enjoying it. And I think that for me has always been the secret of why I was always comfortable practicing, particularly as a younger person when I had a bit of time to do so, is because I actually enjoyed it. It never felt like a chore. And I think, you know, if you enjoy something, you're going to do more of it, you're going to get better at it, and then you're going to go and want to do it again. I think for some golfers, they're so frustrated with their golf, they don't enjoy it, that they don't want to practice, and when they do practice, it feels like hard work, therefore they don't seem to get the benefit and they don't get better, and then think, well, I didn't enjoy the practice, I didn't get any better, I'm going to throw that out. So what I would encourage you to do is carve out some time in your busy schedule and say, this is for me, this is my time. And it isn't necessarily playing golf, it could be practicing your putting, your chipping, your irons, your driving, even reading about the game of golf, even doing golf psychology, anything that you think is going to help you get better at golf, to take you away from that mundanity of going out and shooting 20 over par and then coming back to do the same thing week after week after week. So again, Einstein's definition of madness, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Let's try and mix it up. Let's do something different. If we can do something different, hey, maybe we'll get a different result as well.